Ian, what's going on in your side of the world, even though your world side is my side?
We are on the same side of the world. Not a whole lot. I'm trying to get back to the doctor sooner than later. Just because this is annoying, and I want to find out if he's at all interested in trying the injections.
Oh yeah,
on the old stomach.
So is that like
the abdominals?
Is that to make you better for basting?
Yeah, yeah. It'll make me juicier and more flavorful. They're gonna use that really big needle gauge, the one that just inserts the whole cloves of garlic into your meats.
Oh, you'll smell so good though when you walk into Luna.
Yeah, it'll be amazing. But I'm at this point mentally where like I just need to know if it's gonna work or not, so I can, in my head, get to this place where I know if it's just gonna be a waiting game, because this is just driving me insane. Bonnie and I renewed our Disneyland passes for our anniversary this year, which actually would have been like days before I kind of got sick. And I hadn't had a chance to use them since. She had gone up a few times with friends or whatever, but she really wanted to go with me, so we planned, okay, at the end of this month we'll go. And they got me a wheelchair, and of course everyone at Disneyland was really nice, but I just learned I can't go and do things, which is kind of upsetting. And this is more depressing than I really want to talk about. I can't go do shit. I can't like fucking leave my house for more than like 2 hours at a time, and I can't go distances. Like the drive was miserable, like up, and it was fun to see like my friends and stuff, but like the whole time it was just like
or in like the
fucking pain.
The fetal position, like going along.
It just sucked. I had to keep fidgeting and like it.
At what point were you like, this is not a good idea? Let's turn around in your head.
Pretty fucking quickly.
Well, you figure I'm gonna tough it out. I
wanted to try to tough it out because one of our friends, didn't have a season pass, so she was paying for her ticket up front to kind of gather whether or not she wanted to get a season pass. So like I didn't want to be. And we had carpooled up with her. I think that was kind of the thing. If it was just Vonnie and I, we could have been like, okay, well, this is not working. We'll just go back. But anyways, it was still nice to see the park. And, I could get on some of the dark rides and stuff. But yeah, yesterday, like, reaffirmed in me, like, okay, no, I just don't go on field trips.
Well, hopefully you're a little better for couple months from now. We'll see, or actually 7 weeks from now already.
We'll see
for our international getaway. Otherwise I'll be taking the train up to LAX by myself.
Yeah.
So what's been going on in my life, you ask? Well, not much.
I do. What is going on in your life?
What am I doing? I'm going to WonderCon this weekend.
You'll see Vonnie.
I will see Vonnie.
Yeah.
I'll also see Andre Meadows of Black Nerd Comedy fame. He'll be there. I see my old colleague Tommy. I told you about him before.
I've met Tommy.
That's right, you did meet Tommy.
I like Tommy. I had a taco with Tommy once.
That's how everyone through me had a taco.
I had a taco with
Frank. You had a taco with James, Tommy, Andre. I don't think you had a taco with Andre when he visited here last year.
We'll say so.
And we'll see what happens. I'm interested in seeing what that is, like a more normal comic convention versus the nutty San Diego Comic Con,
right?
And the hustle and the bustle. And maybe actually looking at comics. Maybe I'll buy like a tier C superhero first appearance, bronze or silver age appearance. Like Doctor Strange first appearance. I can probably afford that, a beat up one. I might be interesting. Then I always wait till after the movie comes out before I do that. But I didn't for Iron Fist, and for Luke Cage. But again, B level heroes that only get Netflix series and not movies, so it doesn't affect the value.
Always ask Vonnie at a convention what they may have there, because they don't display everything, and sometimes they have some pretty good stuff for decent prices that they have other people sell for them.
Oh, okay. Consigned comics. Other than that, I've started this secondary podcast, Ian, the Not So Common podcast, where it's turning into a sort of interview podcast. Or maybe I can interview you one day and pretend. Someone said, "Why don't you pretend you don't know Ian?" Well, sometimes I don't. But
there's a lot of things people don't know about me.
But I spoke to Frank about politics for an hour. That was very interesting. People got a lot out of that.
Can I be perfectly honest with you?
Yeah.
I would fucking rather talk about politics than any of this YouTube bullshit. any fucking day of the week. I cannot tell you how little I fucking care about these little fucking pieces of shit on YouTube running their mouth. I would rather get into you about policy, get into it with you about policy than I would ever talking about any of these little fucking whiny children ever again.
You're gonna have to book after guys like Norm the Gaping Historian. Brent Black will be on in the future. I talked to Andre Meadows. I spoke to Rich from Review Tech USA. That was interesting.
All handsome, wonderful gentlemen. That's fine. You can hammer it out with them first.
And you had a taco with some of them.
I've had tacos with all of them in spirit.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. A new Flea Market Madness is coming out. And besides that, there's that certain NES guide app. Besides the certain NES guide book that we know about, and there's a certain SNES.
I've reached a certain level of exhaustion with your plugging.